Hey everybody, it's Miriam here at Paper Wheel Studio. How's everybody doing today? As promised, I'm back in the craft room today and I wanted to show you how to do a special kind of belly band. I call this a sliding belly band or a belly band slide because the belly band itself doesn't slide, something slides on top of it. So I'm going to show you a real simple way I did this. You could use any window you want. You can use any size base piece you want. Consider the size of your journal and consider that you want a window that's going to show what, on your card. You wouldn't want to use a card like this in a window this big. This particular envelope was put together somewhat like this, with an extra window when I got it. So what I did is cut out the square for the window. I took a bit off here, so now it opens up. Then I took just a small piece off of this piece on the bottom side of my envelope, the back side, and I closed it, folded that over, so now I have kind of like a little see-through sleeve, like this. And I'm going to glue this edge right down. I'll put those pieces in, well, not the little tiny piece, but I'll put the others in my scraps, and perhaps then I can do something with them. And I'm going to go ahead and embellish this one with you. You could also, if you chose to, use an index card to cover up a hidden journaling spot. If you wanted to showcase something pretty on your belly bands. I just simply have a piece of masterboard that I'm using for my belly band for this to slide on. I believe it's going to be a good size. I didn't even check the height of it, I'll be quite honest. I just assumed that this would work for some reason. Yeah, it just depends on the page I put it on. So let's find one of my, I do want to put it in the back, but maybe one of my shorter pages will get this. Rather than I have nothing on these two. I think, and this one needs a little repair. That'll fit perfectly on that page. So we're going to put this on, let's put it on this side. I don't know, I like those on there. I think I'm going to go for it. It's going on this side. I'm just going to lay it there for now. We don't want to glue anything on it yet. So I'm going to take my glue if I can get it to flow well here. Seem to be having some glue issues. There, oh, look at that. Must be a good day in the craft room. So I'm just coming along here. And it doesn't matter if that little edge under there is straight or not, because you're just wanting to make your little sleeve with your window. And once you know the size of your window and have your little sleeve, then you can cut your piece that is going to slide up and down your window. I meant to fold over my edges. I'm not going to go back and do that, so what I will most likely do is I'll come to the edge with a washi tape, and then I will fold my washi tape or whatever I'm using to decorate these pieces. So I'm just going to take my scissors down and try to even up my top and bottom a bit. I don't care if they are all the same size, it doesn't matter, but I do have lines here, and I'm going to try to use my lines to cut straight across. Don't lose track of what line I'm cutting on there. I think I flunked kindergarten cutting, y'all. I can't cut a straight line worth anything. Alright, that one's pretty good, but I'm just going to trim it a bit because you can see that little piece there, and I don't like that there. So I'm going to come up here and just kind of trim. Okay. And I'm going to take my ink and I'm going to ink all the way around. I also want to ink inside my little piece here. So let me see if I've got a random scrap I can use that I can lay here and ink with. Ooh, I just found something that I think might be interesting on this. Here is a woman's picture, a sticker of a woman's picture. That would look like super cool right there. And then we could even put another one at the top, and you could slide that up and down to read whatever one you would choose to want to see. Or I've got a few more of these stickers. Let's see what else I got over here. I just have stuff I'm trying to use up. So there is the Sun Herald. With real pretty train on this one. So maybe we could come put that one there. That stamp is really hard to read on this. I put it on the master board, but I'm not so sure I like it on this particular project. So let's see. Night Bus, Mad Fun, or Muggle Menace. Huh, interesting. Alright, I think I've got the ones I want. Minima? I have no idea there. Okay, that's what I'm going to use. That was very quickly decided without a lot of fuss and tuss here, so let's just go ahead and put these stickers down. These are usually pretty easy to get off here, and they don't hold ink very well, but my slide and my, oh, I don't want to put that down too far because you won't see the very bottom. And if we care if our words are upside down, this is actually at the bottom, so we want to put it like this. Don't know that we'll see the words. Let's bring that down some. Put that one about right. I'm just going to center it on my belly band. And I have just used, I think this was one of the 6x8s we collaged the one day. I'll turn it over and take a look here in a minute, and I can let you know. I don't know how that peeled right back up there, but it did. I got it crooked, and for some reason I'm having luck with getting things to peel up and straighten out. Oops, sorry, my window is messed up. And you know what? The back of our sticker will work good for me to slip under here and do some inking that I didn't, that there's no other way to do it but that way. You got to just kind of cover up your window and do your inking. It's the best way to get your ink down. Oh, that's the alcohol ban. And then we're going to bring this one down. And I don't know if you, can you see what that word is right there? Junker. Informal old vehicle ready to be scrapped. Junket. A junket is a pleasure excursion, or custard, or a trip by a government official at a public something. Anyway, this looks pretty cool, I think. Oh, we want to cover that, because we want that stamp to be fully covered. I don't care if this sticker gets a little bit cut off the end, but I do want to make sure I get it as centered as I possibly can. And if your book pages are put on straight, you can use your book pages to kind of line things up. Okay, they're not the exact same size, but I like that. So now I'm going to, that I have this put together here, I'm going to go ahead and ink these edges in this center. I wish I had my little daughter with me, but it's not in reach, so we'll just go ahead and use what I got. We have a blocking piece here that we can block with. And we just want to, you know, darken up the little inside edges so when we put it on here, and I'm going to use washi tape to kind of, you wouldn't have to cover it with anything. You could just darken it up with your ink and leave it that way and decorate it. However, I'm going to use some of my washi tape pieces, and I just thought it would be neat to ink this up a bit before I put anything down. So I'm just holding it to the edge so that I don't get any ink on my window. So want that edge to be inked, but I don't want the, you know what, we're going to just do it like this because I'm not having luck with paper. So I'm going to rub this down through here on that and just kind of make sure, and then I can kind of wipe it off with my finger or a wipey if I had one handy, but I don't. So I just want to get this edge here inked real well. That way I can let it show a little bit with the washi tape because it's rounded and the washi tape won't be. So I have this piece, and I have some more here, and I also have another ruler piece and a ticket piece that started to come up, but I think it'll be just fine. So let's see, I think I'm going to use a piece of this down this side, and I'm just going to let the little inked part come out, and I'm going to, let me use my straight pen to mark it. I keep forgetting to bring something along to mark with, so I'm just going to mark about where I think it is here. There we go. Get a fold or something there. I think that's it. And if it's not, I'll trim it up. And I am going to go ahead and run glue down through here to help hold this in place. If I'm bouncing, y'all, I apologize, but that's the table I'm using. Alright, so this one looked like it would be super easy to get off here, and it was coming up on the bottom. Of course, the top is probably there. Okay, right up. Look at that. I have my straight pen I could use if it hadn't have. But I'm just going to leave just barely an edge. Just can't hardly even see it. And we should start with the end at the top or the bottom to do this, huh? So let's get it up here where we want it. Okay. Then we'll bring this close to that edge. Didn't really stick the top down until I get it all positioned. And then I'm going to go back and really press it down here. And I'm going to turn it over and put some glue on this side of it, and I'm really going to press it down as well. Okay, then we have a ruler piece. Do we want to go up the side, this side with a ruler? If we do, all we're going to get is our numbers on this. So I think I'm going to hold off on that. Let's do the ruler, let's do it across the, actually across the bottom, because we can preserve more of the ruler and the numbers that way. Alright, so I want to cut this at about 5. And we'll do the same thing here. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do the end of this and cut it here at the 8. I don't mind that the one end is rounded. We'll go ahead and use that end of it, and then I'll still have that other piece that I can use on something else. Okay, this is your last chance here. Oh, good thing you did, because if not, you were going to be put down in another way. Probably with my glue. Gotta behave if you want to go down and play here. Don't allow craft supplies that don't play well. Those are the ones that I don't use very well. The ones that don't play well are the ones I can't use. You like how that goes? Alright, we got that started there, and then I can just slide it down or over wherever I need it to be. I'll slide it down some here. just barely on the edge. Just barely showing the edge here. Here we go. And we got that. And I am going to put glue on the back of this. And I left it short enough that I can just fold it right over to the inside of my little tunnel, if you want to call it that. And we'll call it a tunnel. I don't know what else to call it here. You could have folded the paper down and you wouldn't have to fold the washi tape over, but this works well too. Just make sure it's glued down good so that it doesn't come up when you're trying to slide. It never comes off the belly band, so you just want to make sure it's not going to get really crooked in there. Alright, so we need something now across the top. Do we want to use this other ticket piece, or do we want to go back here and do 1 through, it's centimeters, do 1 through 5 now. Let's do that. I really like that. And then I got some matching washi tape that I think will look really good down the other side. So I'm just cutting that there. Then I still have this little tiny piece I'll use on something. I'll put it in my tiny little scrap bin up there. I've got a little 4x6 scrap bin. And when that scrap bin won't hold anything or starts filling up, my plan is to do collaging with them. I just have some stickers in there with it for now, but they aren't going to stay in there. They're just there where I was sorting my ephemera on my table last evening. So we did the same thing on this side. I did not put glue down on the front. I'm not going to try to pull it back up there, but I am going to put some down on this side so I can just fold this over. If you want, you don't even need to. I'm not even why I was going to say that. Forget that comment. Just totally ignore that comment. I didn't say that. Okay. I missed a little spot in my inking efforts here, apparently. So I'm just going to try to add a little more, but it's going to be covered up with a piece of washi, so it's fine. I also have a tab here that I thought would look really cool if we used it on the side of this. Okay. I have this. I'm not sure which way is up and which way is down, or if it really matters. So let's see. It has green on it, which I think would be, oh, it's got a lot of different green tones here. So let's pull it off about right. Yeah. Okay. This one won't, we might end up using 2 pieces down this side. I'm not real sure. So let's see what we've got if we do this. Not quite wide enough for just one. So let's just go ahead and put that down here. And I'm going to, you could use your little sander if you have it with you to sand off your edges. Then bring mine, so I'm cutting. And I think I'm going to cut another piece. We'll go ahead and cut it longer, so again I can put glue on the end and fold it under. There we go. I'm going to just use these one at a time here and put a little glue on the end. And they're both going to get folded in. Okay. And we're going to find another random piece here. Oh, look at this lovely green coming up. I like it. I want the green part. Yeah, I know. I'm probably wasting a little bit of washi tape, but it's okay. I want green. I could save this and use it on something else, which I most likely might do. Just depends. We'll see if I can kind of, no, I can't, match up the gear, maybe? And it kind of looks like it's meant to be like this. Ooh. Just a thought. Yeah, there we go. And it looks more of a, like a randomy green collage, I think. I like it. I like it. I like it. That's the way. Oh, Miriam, don't do that. You're not allowed to sing on YouTube. Well, I suppose you are allowed to sing. You just got to be careful of copyright. So I don't want to use some song that might get in my video banned in another country. Because I want everybody to have an opportunity to see my videos. So I could grow more subscribers, right? So if you're new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please comment. I'd love to get comments, like to know what you think. If you ever have anything you'd like me to see try to do, I like to do simple and easy because that's how I craft, simple and easy. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and slip this on here. And we'll see what it looks like once we get it on here. We do not need to ink the belly band. And if you want to ink, well, you will see it on the outside. So let's give it a little inking. A little stinking ink. It doesn't stink. Stinking just rhymed, didn't it? So let's do that. And hopefully we can get some glue out of that. Or maybe my glue stick will help here. Okie doke. So I'm just going to ink this and ink along this edge. And that way when the thing is slid up or down, you'll be able to see it'll kind of make it pop. There we go. I like it, I like it, I like it. So now we have this. And it will, are you ready? This is glued down and this slides up and down, up and down. So we're going to make, I have a green tab here. And before I glue it down, I'm going to go ahead and put my green tab here on this side. So it is sticking out just a little. And I see a little piece there that's coming up. So we're going to add a little glue down here. And we better use that straight pen. Cover your ink, Miriam. And where is the straight pen? It was here momentarily ago. Here it is. I can lose. You probably couldn't have even seen that. It was under the edge of that pink thing. I could lose my project if I'm not careful on my desk sometimes. I just like to have everything within reach, which makes for a messy desk sometimes. But I'm working on ways to counteract that. And maybe when I get it all completely done, my craft room is nothing extravagant. It's an old spare room that I have random shelves in, and I got stuff piled everywhere. And this has been decorated. I want the green on the outside, so we are going to sacrifice my decorations here that I use washi tape and stamps with. I can always do more. And we're going to just sacrifice the ink from this. I'm just closing it momentarily to get my glue to spread on both sides here because I think I had a little too much for just one side. And I'm going to put this down on here. And it really does not need any further embellishing except for maybe a small green label of some kind, either on the tab or in the opposite corner or the same side. I'm not really sure what, but let's see. Get that in the right place here before it sticks down good. There we go. Got kind of wet there, so I'm going to press it down. And I'm going to ink around it, which I should have done before I glued it down. It's all right. We'll get it now. That way we can glue any showing white edges or anything like that. And let's pull out my tin of labels and see if I have any small enough labels to use on this. So these are just labels that I sorted through. Here's a little teeny tiny snippet, which will be great. And I didn't get glue down under there, but I will. Maybe I will do this before I look for more things. There we go. Okay. Let's see what else I have here that I can put down with this. I mean, you could even use a tiny little butterfly or flower if you have something. So let's see if I have anything that corresponds well to this thing. Yeah, that doesn't really. I think this is going to be the wrong. Oh, definitely it's blue, and man, that just isn't going to do it for me. Let's see what else we have here. We got some of these. Yeah, you really know where to put those either. Let's see. We do have a piece of violet that might be pretty to put on here. That would be pretty. Yeah, I like that. And where'd that little tiny, we'll use this little tiny label at the bottom. Let's see if we can find another minuscule label. Just a tiny little one. Here is a small number. Might need trimmed a little. Let's see what else I have here. That is small, little. Not too many little labels, apparently. All right, we'll do with what we've got. Oops, there's a round spider that popped out, but I don't want a spider. Okay, let's straighten you up a bit. Might be all we put on here is the number. Oh, you were that extra piece of washi tape, so I'm going to dump you in one of my tubs up here. And I'll de-stick it. I don't want where it says numbers because I don't like how that's stamped on there. So I'm just going to do this. And now I got to straighten the bottom a little bit better because I cut it crooked. And cut a little bit off this side. There we go. If we're shaking, I apologize. Sorry about that. It just is the table I'm recording on today. Hopefully it won't be too long. I'll be back. I've done a few videos on my other table, but I got a lot of projects on there for now. And it's easier if I just use this table for me. So we've got that pretty tulip there, which will look really cool for summer. And then I think, let's do this. Put this down, not upside down, Miriam. It's so tiny, I'm not sure I can see which side it goes up. Let's add a little tiny bit of ink to my edges. Inking's probably not helping my camera not bounce. It's the camera arm that I'm using. It has a lot of bouncing give to it. And that's just what happens when I record on this table, because it's attached to my table that goes up and down here. I'm using like one of those bedside tables like they have in a hospital. Since I'm in a wheelchair, it's easier for me to get under and craft on. I either use that or I use my adjustable table that I picked up on Amazon. Okay, let's see if we can get this on here, if my glue didn't clot on me before we got it done. Let's see how long. Oh, half hour. Okay, we're doing good on time then. Let's get a little bit of glue on the back of this. And we're going to put it on my finger, and I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on this. I even have those little tweezers you can use so I don't end up getting glue all over my finger. And where are they? They're not with me at my video, are they? So I'm going to put that one over that way just a little. Make sure you don't get glue on your belly band itself. If you do, wipe it off. And then we're going to put that right like, do we want that first? Yeah, we want that to overlay on that. We'll put that right there. And we're just going to kind of lay this 4889 on here so that it looks like somebody numbered their item before they were done. There we go. And then we are going, let's get this scrap out of here. There we go. Make sure all scraps are gone. And we're going to glue across the top, like you do all other belly bands. Across the top. Okay, last year at Halloween, I'm not sure I could track the video down. I apologize, but that was prior to me keeping track of what I was recording. I may be able to find it. I did a belly band slide. I think I did it on video. I think I showed you the one I did for Halloween with a ghost. It was a little more complicated than this one. And if you'd like to see that, comment below, and maybe closer to Halloween, I can show you that one. Alright, so I'm just going to put this down on this page. It's glued at the top and at the bottom. Okay, and a little bit here where my page is just a fraction bigger, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down here and there. And now we have our sliding. Can you see how it goes here? Sliding. I can't slide it too much till my glue dries, but this slides up and down your belly band and it never comes off. You have room underneath to hide a tag or a journaling spot, or even a small piece of stationery could go under there. I've got a piece here somewhere that I can add to that. Well, not sure where it is at the moment. However, I do have, here we go, I have a piece of this pretty special paper here. It's like the kind of handmade paper. I'm going to, for now, I'm just going to lay this in here, and I will cut that and slide that under here, and then there will be a secret spot for journaling under there that you'd have to really look for, or slide that belly band around to find that. See that there is a piece of paper under there. So you see a little bit better how it does slide. You want to be sure your slide is in the middle and that you didn't get any glue on it. So make sure your slide goes up and down. There you go. All right, that's what I have for you today, y'all. Be sure you like and subscribe before I say goodbye. And comment if you have any other ideas for belly bands or anything you'd like to share. Please do so, and I will bring it up in my one of my upcoming videos. So I will see you all in my next video. Bye bye for now.